Good morning. Another issue of Michigan Pool News. I'm with Kevin at Aquatic Source, and Kevin is taking apart a Dolphin. And what we're going to talk about or show here a little bit is some of the more common items that we see in the Dolphin repairs. Kevin's taking apart the Dolphin. What are you doing here, Kevin?
First thing we do when we get them in is we test them, make sure that they operate. If they don't operate, go through a diagnostic. Power supply, if the power supply is not working, see what's wrong with it. If it can be repaired, we repair it. Typically, most of the time, it's just a fuse. If it's not the fuse, then sometimes the inside board gets shorted by the transformer.
Okay.
Whether it be moisture or if it gets dropped and things get jostled around, it shorts out.
Okay.
Second thing we test is the motor itself, whether or not the motor's good or bad.
Okay.
And then once you diagnose that, and neither one of those are the problem, then you go to the actual unit itself. You dismantle the unit, side panels come off, and you have the wheel tube assemblies with the brushes. You have the slide bearings where the track runs, and you have the drive bearing.
Okay.
Typically, that's what goes bad.
Okay.
And when those go bad, and you keep using it, that's when the motors go bad.
Too much wear and tear.
Too much wear and tear, too much amp draw, overamps the motor fries, boom, shot, you're buying a new motor. Or replacing the whole unit itself.
Let me ask, is that something that the people who have the Dolphins doing the bearing repair and slides, is that something that the average person can do?
Yeah, it takes some specialty tools. You can't really unscrew it by hand. You have to have a right angle drill of some type, and you have to use very low torque.
Okay.
Because these screws are only being held in by plastic fasteners. If you crack that fastener,
Gotcha.
it won't hold, and your Dolphin will pretty much fall apart in your hands.
Okay. One last thing. It looks like we have a diagnostic machine here. What does the analyzer tell us over here?
The analyzer, when you hook up your different power units, whether it be your power supply or your motor, it gives you a diagnostic of what's wrong with it, if it's bad or if it's good.
Okay.
And then we also have the ability to run the computer through the analyzer and into the motor, and it will tell us when the motor was built, how many amps the motor typically draws, and when was the last fall.
Perfect. And then once you're done, then what we do, we take it over to the horse trough over here.
Yep, take it over to the trough and we water test it 15, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or overnight,
Okay.
depending upon what the problems are.
Gotcha.
We make sure that it cleans up all the debris from inside the trough. We make sure it climbs the walls, goes back down, climbs the other wall, sticks to the wall. Some people have problems with a Dolphin. Once it starts climbing the wall, it falls right off. Problems like that, we diagnose and solve.
Perfect. Thanks, Kevin.